Raise your voices high. Sing of your Caribbean pride. Sing it loud and strong till our hearts beat one. Celebrate in song as we rise to heights where we belong. Sound of victory drums for CARICOM. Stronger than these.
Good day. I'm Kendall Morgan, Program Manager Communications at the Caribbean Community CARICOM Secretariat. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this virtual launch of the 2020 round of the Population and Housing Census in CARICOM member states. The 2020 World Population and Housing Census Program was approved by the United Nations Statistical Commission at its 46th session held in New York in March 2015 and adopted by the United Nations Economic and Social Council Resolution 2015-10. According to the World Program for the 2020 census round, all countries should conduct at least one population and housing census during the period 2015 to 2024. For CARICOM countries, the conduct of the census was due to commence from 2020 and to continue to 2022. However, the coronavirus has caused a delay in the conduct of the census. CARICOM countries, commencing with Barbados, whose census day was 2 days ago on August 1st, are now conducting their census enumeration exercises in 2021 and 2022. As part of its coordination and support to census taken in countries, the CARICOM Secretariat, with the support of the Standing Committee of Caribbean Statisticians that comprises national statistical offices in member states and associate members, is pleased to convene this virtual event to publicize the start of the census taken in CARICOM member states. The region-wide slogan for the census is "Leave no one behind, everyone counts." The first message to be delivered is by the Deputy Secretary General of CARICOM, Ambassador Manoma Sugnandan. The region has a long history of coordinating the census, dating back to the colonial period. The CARICOM Secretariat has been mandated since the 1980 census round to coordinate the census on the recommendation of the Conference of Commonwealth Caribbean Government Statisticians. The Regional Statistics Program of the Secretariat that undertakes the coordination through a regional census strategy falls under the Office of the Deputy Secretary General. We therefore now welcome the Deputy Secretary General to deliver her message on the population and housing census.
Greetings to all the citizens of our community and the Caribbean. We are heading towards conducting another round of population and housing census starting in Barbados, followed by Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, the Bahamas, and other countries. The previous census was conducted between 2010 and 2012. We are all aware of the current challenging times, reason why this census will be conducted through the usage of smart devices. This is the largest statistical exercise a country can undertake, and the involvement of all its citizens, including youth and women, differently abled, senior citizens, agriculture workers, farmers, etc., is required. It is a region-wide launch because the census in the several CARICOM countries is regionally coordinated to enable its implementation and to ensure harmonized and high-quality results. I must recognize the hard work of all the statistics bureaus involved, but being from the CARICOM Secretariat, I must express my sincere appreciation to the Director, Dr. Harrison, and the staff of the CARICOM Secretariat Statistics Department. Through this regionally coordinated approach, we are adhering to the principles contained in the CARICOM Regional Strategy for the Development of Statistics, RSDS, which our heads of government have approved. Some of these principles are cooperation in solving common challenges, sharing of lessons learned, pooling of statistical skills, conducting training region-wide, and sharing of equipment, expertise, and resources. But very crucial, producing harmonized census data so that we can develop transparent, evidence-based regional policy. We will also be able to determine in a transparent, objective manner whether or not we are achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, realizing the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, the Regional Strategic Plan, and at the national level, realization of the National Strategic Plans. So a census is a key data source or evidence to inform policies, provide information about achievements, results. One can compare development and growth between two census periods. One can also determine the impact of natural and man-made disasters on development. In all of this of eminent importance, planning for the future based on independent, objective, transparent data gathering. The results can also help us in predictions and how to mitigate risks. This part is to benefit especially our youth because it's your future. A lot went into the planning and execution of this mammoth task. Since 2014, conducting of training sessions, usage of smart devices, how to conduct training online, and then we had to adjust and deal with the COVID challenge. I wish each and everyone success in this undertaking and want to implore that all citizens in every corner of the respective countries, be it in the city, in the villages, or in the interior, to actively participate. In the end, we should be able to use the information by holding those who have to deliver for a better future accountable so that we can all benefit from evidence-based statistics and results. I thank you.
Thank you very much, DSG. The Population and Housing Census is the largest statistical exercise a country can undertake, providing information at the small geographic levels of countries for more effective governance in communities and villages. It is a key data source to inform the national priorities and development plans of countries. As indicated, Census Day in Barbados was 2 days ago on August 1st, which is the reference day for the population and housing count. Actual enumeration commenced yesterday, August 2nd, and will continue until everyone is counted. Grenada had its census launch on June 10th. Census Day for Grenada is September 15th, and the census activities will begin on the 15th of September under the theme, Count Us. The slogan is, nothing about us without us, because we all count. For St. Kitts and Nevis, Census Day was originally carded for September 16th, but we understand that it is being tentatively moved to November 21st. The slogan for St. Kitts and Nevis is, It's Me, You, Us, 2021 Census. At this point, we will highlight the census jingle for Barbados, followed by an excerpt from the census launch of Grenada and a video on the census from St. Kitts and Nevis.
Our nation, our future, be counted. Nation massive, listen up, census time now. Look, everybody come, let me get in the door, cause being counted makes it better for you. So stand up and be counted, we're counting on you. Census time again, time to tabulate. Urging every citizen to cooperate, to get a true representation of the people living in this nation. Economic, housing, migration, and education, because it's our nation, our future, be counted. Our nation, our future, be counted. Stand up and be counted, we're counting on you.
the land of ours, we pledge ourselves to thee. Heads, hearts, and hands in unity to reach our destiny. Ever conscious of God, being proud of our heritage, may we with faith and courage aspire, build, advance. As one people, one family, God bless our nation.
This census, this undertaking, as you all know, is a very important one, is a major one. And for this reason, the participation of all our citizens is very, very important. It's critical. It depends on the full participation of all of us.
The population and housing census is highly essential in this period of COVID-19. Recognizing that the pandemic has significantly changed the world and severely impacted our Grenadian economy. The launching of the census shows our commitment as a government to finding solutions through the implementation of effective policies that will cause our economy to bounce back, to become stronger and more resilient. For this to be achieved, these policies must be informed by credible data, which is an important output of the census.
We want to promote the general message of unity and equality, and making a general appeal for persons not only to ensure that you are counted, but that you also ensure that other persons are counted as well. Your families, your friends, your work colleagues. Under the motto, "Count us," as Minister said, and the slogan, "Nothing about us without us, because we all count."
Hey girl, I keep hearing about this census. What is a census? Census is a form of national stock taking. It is a complete count of population and living quarters. It provides data on the size of the population, age, structure, educational attainment, economic activity, disability, housing and household amenities, as well as any other major socio-economic characteristics. So who is counted? Everyone, from the oldest to the youngest, nationals and non-nationals.
So why is census important?
The census is important to policymakers, private industry, the media, academia, researchers, labor organizations, small and large businesses, and the general public to assist in the effective distribution of resources.
So tell me, how confidential is this information?
First of all, everyone involved must take an oath of secrecy at the magistrate and registrar's court. All information is handled with confidence. They will not be lost, misplaced, or given out. There is a penalty for information that is released.
Now, what is my responsibility as a citizen?
You are expected to cooperate, give accurate and truthful information. Also, encourage people to participate.
So how much private information I have to tell these people?
It depends on what you call private. To me, it's just general, like your highest level of education, attained, your church, race, marital status, job, when last you worked, just the general questions in my book. Nothing like what you have to tell the embassy when you file in for a visa, you know?
Does everyone have to take part?
Yes! The Revised Statistics Act 2002 indicates that all residents are required to take part.
Well, girl, if I didn't talk to you, I wouldn't know anything about census.
Yes, it's you, me, us, 2021 census. Hashtag be counted.
Certainly delightful. Canada has strong historical ties and a robust relationship with Caribbean countries based on our Commonwealth connections and our shared values of democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. Canada and the Caribbean countries enjoy strong people to people ties. At present, there is support to the development of statistics in CARICOM under a project for the regional advancement of statistics in the Caribbean funded by the Government of Canada. Canada is, however, one of many IDPs that are providing support to statistics in CARICOM and specifically to the census undertaking. Other IDPs include the Inter-American Development Bank, the Caribbean Development Bank, the Government of Italy, and a number of UN organizations and specialized agencies. We are pleased to welcome the Chief Statistician of Canada, Mr. Anil Arora, with his message to the region at this census launch.
Hello, my name is Anil Arora, and I'm the Chief Statistician of Canada. Canada and countries in the Caribbean region share a long-lasting relationship, and we have seen many initiatives that reinforce this friendship over the years. And that's why today, Statistics Canada's employees and I want to take this opportunity to congratulate the CARICOM Secretariat on the CARICOM region-wide population and housing census launch. We would equally like to congratulate our counterparts, each and every national statistical office in the Caribbean undertaking this exercise. CARICOM Secretariat's important role as the central census coordinator and their application of a regional census strategy in ongoing work with statistical offices and other regional and international partners will undoubtedly benefit countries by leveraging common solutions to challenges and will promote comparability of data across member states. The work put into the successful execution of censuses throughout the region is imperative because the population and housing census is one of the most important sources of data for informed decision-making, for planning at all levels, for businesses, for schools, hospitals, and a number of programs and initiatives. The census is essential for understanding how countries are changing over time, and it contributes to the overall welfare of a country's communities and indeed its citizens. The current COVID-19 pandemic has only placed further emphasis on the importance and the need for recent and reliable statistics to help measure the full impact on businesses, communities, and therefore the people, and to inform the restoring of the economy after this and other crises that may arise in the future. The role of the national statistical offices is to give citizens the best and most reliable information that's possible. It is the very reason why data are carefully collected, processed, analyzed, and disseminated. And this endeavor is made easier, of course, when respondents work closely with their statistical offices to provide the most accurate information. It is the best way to help businesses, communities, governments, and fellow citizens follow the path to a better, more equitable, inclusive, and prosperous future. I'd like to conclude by wishing the region the best of luck with this important endeavor that has been made even more challenging under the current pandemic conditions. We're confident that the CARICOM Secretariat, the statistical offices, and of course the Caribbean citizens will rise to this challenge. Statistics Canada and the Government of Canada are also ready and happy to maintain the ongoing efforts and collaboration with CARICOM Secretariat and all the other partners, such as through the project for the regional advancement of statistics in the Caribbean, or PRASC, to help countries meet their census objectives. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arora. Census data capture in the region goes digital for the 2020 round, with all countries planning to use primarily computer-assisted personal interviewing CAPI, in which data will be captured using digital devices. Since the census is taking place during a pandemic, some countries are also planning to support the use of CAPI with computer-assisted telephone interviewing, or CATI, and also through the internet, computer-assisted web interviewing, CAWI. The census will gather information about the general population to present a full and reliable picture of the population in the country, its housing conditions, and demographic, social, and economic characteristics. The information collected includes data on age, sex, educational attainment, economic activity, disability status, housing conditions, and access to the internet. Additionally, there are recommended questions developed regionally on the COVID-19 impact on the population. Census Day for the Bahamas is the 21st of September. The Bahamas is one such country that will be using a hybrid approach to data capture, comprising CAPI, CATI, and CAWI. Census Day for the Cayman Islands is the 10th of October. Among the activities completed or in progress is the census mapping exercise that serves to identify all living quarters. Dominica's census is tentatively scheduled to be on the 27th of November. At this point, we will highlight the census jingle of the Bahamas and the census video and jingle from the Cayman Islands.
I've been representing all my life. I'm getting ready to make it count this time. Census 2021 for your family line. You better get ready. It's about that time. So tell mama to be ready. Tell it to the whole family. The right to don't forward to. The count depends on you. So tell Ted to go tell Bella. Knock it down on your calendar. Census 2021. This one's for everyone.
Census 2021. The count depends on you. It's been over 10 years since the last time, and a lot has changed. Help us adapt to that change by participating in Census 2021, now with online options. Remember, the count depends on you.
I've been representing all my life. I'm getting ready to make it count this time. Census 2021 for your family line. You better get ready. It's about that time.
Beginning the 10th of October, residents across the Cayman Islands will be invited to participate in the 2021 census. What is the census? Simply put, the census is a head count of every person living in the Cayman Islands. The population count and data are protected and authorized by the Statistics Act. The information is confidential and cannot be shared with any law enforcement agencies. Your response helps guide business, social, and economic planning for the future of our islands. The 2021 census will inform decisions on how millions of dollars are allocated for roads, schools, hospitals and healthcare clinics, fire, emergency response services, and other programs. Census enumerators will visit your household, ask a few questions like how many people live in your house, including their age and sex. Every person counts, no matter who you are or where you live. So have your say in the 2021 census.
Census 2021. Census. Come on, get ready. Census. Starting 10th of October 2021. Census. West Bay, you ready? Census. East End, we coming. Census. Everyone will be counted. Census 2021. Census. But in town, are you ready? Census. Georgetown, we coming. Census. Your info will be secret. Northside, get ready. Census. Rockers will be counted. Census. Little Cayman, we coming. Census. People, get ready. Census 2021. Census. Todos se cuentan. Census. Latinos serán contados. Filipinos macanda. 2021 census. Papa, are you ready? Census. Mama will be counted. Census. Children and toddlers. Census. 2021 census. Information is secret. Census. 2021 census. Starting October 10th. 2021 census. 2020 2021 census. Everyone counts.
The CARICOM Regional Strategy for the Development of Statistics, prepared by the Standing Committee of Caribbean Statisticians, the RSDS, with funding from the organization, the Partnership in Statistics for Development in the 21st Century, PASS 21, was endorsed by the Conference of Heads of Government at their 39th meeting in July 2018. The 39th Heads of Government meeting also endorsed the need to prepare a number of accompanying frameworks to the RSDS, one of which was the Resource Mobilization Strategy that has since been prepared and approved. The RSDS envisages a critical role for the private sector in CARICOM as a key user of data, including information from the census that can critically support the private sector and, by extension, the development of the CARICOM single market and economy. The CARICOM Private Sector Organization, the CPSO, is an associate institution of the Caribbean community, invited by the Conference of Heads of Government in 2020 to engage in a formal and structural manner with the organs of the Caribbean community in an effort to secure the full implementation of the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, the CSME. I now welcome Mr. Gervais Warner, Chairman of the CPSO, to give his message in support of statistics in general and specifically the census undertaking.
Good day, I am Gervais Warner. I am the chairman of the CARICOM Private Sector Organization, or the CPSO, with a message of support for the launch of the 2020 round of population and housing census in the Caribbean community, or CARICOM. As you know, in the private sector, most of our business decisions are driven by data and information. The CARICOM Private Sector Organization, therefore, has a vested interest in the development and maintenance of accurate and timely statistics in the region. Accordingly, the CPSO fully endorses the regional launch of the 2020 round of population and housing census. Undertaking of national censuses in the CARICOM is a critical tool in the data collection process in our region and forms the foundation for much of our development statistics. The census data will be used as an important benchmark, and the population data will be paramount to the development of social and economic indicators. From its inception, the CARICOM Secretariat has been charged with compiling of statistics at the community level, and has developed a dedicated network of relationships with the national statistical offices of member states. The quality, timeliness, and integrity of CARICOM statistics therefore mirrors directly the quality, timeliness, and integrity of the statistics provided by member states. The CARICOM Regional Strategy for the Development of Statistics, known as the RSDS, endorsed by heads of government in July 2018, required urgent concerted action by governments to provide human, financial, and technical resources at the regional and national levels to ensure its implementation. Instructively, the RSDS makes provision in its strategic outlook for partnerships. Partnership with the private sector can contribute to the RSDS through leveraging of private sector capacity to better enable access to state-of-the-art technology and resources required to realize the data revolution that we believe is necessary to strengthen the CARICOM statistical system. The CPSO is of the view that concerted action by all regional and national institutions will be required to provide the necessary resources at, again, the regional and national levels in order to realize the objectives of the RSDS. Please be assured CPSO's continued commitment to the RSDS, and in this regard to the 2020 round of the population and housing census. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Warner. The CARICOM statistical system has been formally engaging in advocacy through the commemoration of Caribbean Statistics Day since 2009, emulating countries such as Barbados that organized a Statistics Week prior to this time. At the international statistics level of the United Nations statistical system, a World Statistics Day is observed every 5 years, and they started in 2010. Ms. Shireen Brizan of Grenada composed a song in commemoration of World Statistics Day and the Caribbean Statistics Day 2020 under the theme, Connecting the World with Data We Can Trust. Ms. Brizan has kindly done a remake of this song to commemorate the launch of the 2020 census round in CARICOM. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Ms. Shireen Brizan with her own composition to mark the launch of the census in CARICOM member states.
Connecting the world with data we can trust, leaving no one behind. Putting an end to poverty and strife, and we're saving lives. Achieving sustainable development. This is no experiment, concrete evidence. Everything is relevant. It's time for positive change. Saving lives in our country, in our region, and in the world. Connect the dots, let's make it work to make informed decisions. You change, we'll change. It'll change if we work together. You change, we'll change. It'll change, let's make things better. You change, we'll change. It'll change if we work together. You change, we'll change. It'll change, connect the figures. If we can work together, we can be so much better. And if we can take the time to read between the lines, we'll help someone to inform, to create policies that don't separate, that include and are suitable to people's needs. Let's not assume. You change, we'll change. It'll change if we work together. You change, we'll change. It'll change, let's make things better. You change, we'll change. It'll change if we work together. You change, we'll change. It'll change, connect the figures. Count on me, I'll count on you. Let's be each other's keeper. Let's make a difference for a better future. It's in our hands. It's all about us, our people, our nation, our children. CARICOM, the time is now for us to show our love, our dedication to our region. It's important. Let's work together to build our nations. Everyone counts. Partake in the census now. Everyone counts. We're leaving no one behind. You change, we'll change. It'll change if we work together. You change, we'll change. It'll change, let's make things better. You change, we'll change. It'll change if we work together. You change, we'll change. It'll change, connect the figures.
Thank you very much for that lovely rendition, Ms. Brizan. The Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, has championed the cause of statistics in CARICOM, making the case for the endorsement of the Action Plan for Statistics at the 37th meeting of the Conference of CARICOM Heads of Government in July 2016, followed in 2018 by the endorsement of the CARICOM Regional Strategy for the Development of Statistics, the RSDS, at the 39th meeting of CARICOM Heads. The population and housing census is a core activity to be implemented under the RSDS, providing data that can serve to build more resilient economies in CARICOM and monitor and guide the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. It is my esteemed honor to welcome the Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, to deliver his message in support of the population and housing census in CARICOM member states.
Sisters and brothers of the CARICOM community, for the last 16 months, the COVID-19 pandemic has dominated our focus. It has single-handedly wreaked havoc on the health and well-being of our people, destroying already fragile economies and curtailed our educational, social, and communal activities and daily human interaction. Our region has combined number of positive COVID-19 cases of around 200,000, a total death toll that has surpassed 4,000, thousands of job losses, scores of businesses closures, and significant loss of income. It is against this backdrop that this 2020 round of population and housing census in CARICOM is being launched under the slogan, "Leave no one behind, everyone counts." This theme is an urgent plea to save lives, restore and improve all livelihoods, and to build resilience across CARICOM, starting with our people, our households, our villages, our towns, and our respective countries. This round of census should have commenced during 2020, but was delayed due to the pandemic. The time has come for us, therefore, to forge ahead. Given the major changes in our social, economic, and environmental landscape due to COVID-19 pandemic, coupled with the ongoing impact of climate change on our small island developing states, it is imperative that we collect the data that will allow us to assess the magnitude of the impact of these occurrences, to better plan for future, to adjust to this new normal, and to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals as set out by the United Nations. Sisters and brothers, undertaking the census in CARICOM countries at this time is indeed a defining moment. In addition to its inherent value in better informing the decision-making process, in times of natural disasters such as the recent volcanic eruption in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, or the intense hurricanes and extreme floods of recent years that have ravaged many of our islands, the census can provide critical data and knowledge about the smallest, most remote areas. In times of crisis, the census can provide answers to questions such as, how many persons will have to be relocated? What buildings are available for relocation? Are there persons with special needs who require support during relocation? Where is the infrastructural support for the mobilization efforts in these small areas? The census will also enable us to begin addressing issues related to gender equity, the elderly, food insecurity, and internet access. The population census can provide benchmark data disaggregated by sex, age, educational attainment, and economic activity, as well as to provide information on the percentage of households that are having challenges such as acute hunger or lack of internet access. The census also provides our business people with information on population distribution within and across countries, which will help inform the investment decisions. The benefits and use of the census data demonstrate clearly why we should ensure that you are indeed counted. I'm informed that for this 2020 census round, 6 of our CARICOM countries intend to conduct their field enumeration this year, with the remaining countries starting their census in 2022. In Barbados, enumerators went into the field yesterday, one day after the reference census day on August 1st, 2021. Grenada will tackle this activity from September 15th, followed closely by St. Kitts and Nevis, the Bahamas, Cayman Islands, and Dominica. One positive impact of the pandemic is that it has forced us to make better use of the available technology. I am pleased to note that this census round, countries will include innovative approaches such as computer-assisted personal interviewing, using devices such as tablets and laptops to locate the dwellings of people to be interviewed and to capture the data for all individuals. Given the pandemic, countries are also likely to use the telephone system and the internet to capture census data. As the Prime Minister responsible for science and technology in the CARICOM quasi-cabinet, I welcome these innovative uses of ICT in the census. This CARICOM census launch taking place today, August 3rd, is part of the tried and tested regionally coordinated approach to census taking that includes the coming together of the national statistical offices in member states and associate members under the regional census coordinating committee to support one another in this massive exercise. This approach is also consistent with the principles underlying the CARICOM Regional Strategy for Development of Statistics, RSDS, that I championed in 2018. Led by CARICOM Secretariat, the regionally coordinated approach optimizes the benefits of working together on the census by ensuring significant cost savings through the pooling and sharing of facilities, expertise, and other resources across the region. Examining common challenges and devising strategic solutions to these challenges. Avoiding duplication of efforts in light of scarce resources. Promoting technical cooperation and transferring technology from those countries more endowed with census knowledge to those less endowed. And developing competent and skilled census personnel to conduct the census activity. The development and use of common and harmonized methodologies, instruments, procedures, and practices under this approach leads to regionally comparable census data of high quality that can inform national and regional census analysis and provide the evidence to support our public and private sector decision making, policies, and programs. I urge our international development partners to support the regional coordinated approach, since it can result in multiplier effect of the scarce resources that are available to fund the massive census undertaking in CARICOM seeds. In closing, I encourage all CARICOM citizens and residents to show patriotism and dedication to your respective countries and to the entire region by participating in this important exercise of nation building. Let us therefore accept our individual responsibility to be counted. Ensure that you, your friends, and family members are all counted in the census round. In every country across the beloved Caribbean community, let us see the us in census. I strongly encourage you to ensure that the words of the CARICOM region-wide slogan becomes a reality. Leave no one behind. Everyone counts. I thank you.
I would like to thank the Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, for his powerful message on the census. The Prime Minister of Grenada emphasized that the theme of the census, leave no one behind, everyone counts, is an urgent plea to save lives, restore and improve our livelihoods, to build back our nations resiliently, and to restore the livelihoods of our people, given the various challenges that we face as SIDS, such as climate change occurrences, including natural disasters, and more recently, the toll that the COVID-19 pandemic is having on our economies and our lives. In this regard, he expounded on the census, allowing us to assess the magnitude of the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and climatic occurrences to better plan for our future, adjust to this new normal, and to achieve the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, and that the census would help to build resilience in CARICOM member states. We thank the Deputy Secretary General of CARICOM for her message, advocating for statistics in general and on the importance of the census in improving the lives and welfare of all persons in CARICOM. We commend the Chief Statistician of Statistics Canada, who brought greetings to CARICOM on the census launch and highlighted the significance of the regional census strategy developed by the Secretariat and the SCCS in leveraging common solutions to the challenges and promoting the comparability of the census data. We'd also like to express appreciation to the Chairman of the CPSO, Mr. Gervais Warner, for his insightful message in support of the census, highlighting the foundational role that the census plays as benchmarks to developing statistics and the driving force of statistics in business decisions. We would like to thank Ms. Shireen Brizan of Grenada for her melodious and very professional rendition of the song Connect the Figures, extolling the importance of statistics in connecting the world, and specifically on her call in song for persons to participate fully in the census. We also take this opportunity to thank sincerely and express gratitude to the Secretary General of the Caribbean Community, Ambassador Erwin LaRocque, for his message on the census that he released throughout the community prior to this launch, and in which he resoundingly supported the conduct of the census throughout countries of CARICOM. The Secretary General has consistently advocated for statistics over the years. We would like to thank all member states, associate members that would have contributed the census advocacy products, videos, jingles, etc. to this event, and also to thank the staff of the Secretariat, particularly the communications and statistics programs, in planning, executing, and otherwise supporting this region-wide census launch, and of course you, your viewing audience. In closing, we would like to reiterate that the following countries will be having their census exercises this year. Thank you once again for being part of this launch, and remember, if the census is taking place in your country, make sure you are counted.
I've been representing all my life. I'm getting ready to make it count this time. Census 2021 for your family line. You better get ready. It's about that time. So tell mama to be ready. Tell it to the whole family. The round the 242. The count depends on you. So tell Ted to go tell below. Lock it down on your calendar. Census 2021. This one's for everyone.
Census 2021. The count depends on you. It's been over 10 years since the last time, and a lot has changed. Help us adapt to that change by participating in Census 2021, now with online options. Remember, the count depends on you.
I've been representing all my life. I'm getting ready to make it count this time. Census 2021 for your family line. You better get ready. It's about that time.